What's up, Wolfpack fam? It's your boy Kid back at it again. Hope everyone is doing great. More Robot Wars Series 1 Heat E starts now. Let's freaking go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the father of all wars, Jeremy Clarkson.
One day, somebody opened up the shell of an oyster and found inside what appeared to be a large globule of phlegm. But instead of throwing it away, he ate it. And he discovered that it was not only delicious, but also that it was an aphrodisiac. Well, I have the same amount of respect for the man who looked at his remote control car and said, I know, I'll armor plate that and use it to bash into other armor-plated remote control cars. It may not have resulted in an urgent need to have sex, but he had invented robot wars. Now, those of you who've been with us from the start will know that we already have 4 robots in next week's grand final, and tonight 6 more are fighting it out for a chance to take them on. Let's meet them.
First, from Biggleswade, Warthog.
Lemon yellow and driven by an electric 24-watt wheelchair control unit. Has a huge turning circle of 2 meters and a ground clearance of only 5 millimeters. I hope that'll be enough.
From Ludlow, Psycho Sprout.
A truly unique design. A 3-foot fiberglass sphere that rolls along through gravity. Weighing in at 24.3 kilograms, and of course it has 0 ground clearance.
I'm sorry, that one looks extremely whack right there, guys. It looks like the Indiana Jones ball coming down the thing. I'm judging it, I know. Shouldn't judge first, but that thing looks whack.
From Gloucester, Body Hammer.
A copper-coloured cone, looks a little bit like a coal scuttle, powered by 4 18-volt domestic drill motors, weighing in at 78.9 kilograms, quite heavy, but also quite nippy at 9 miles an hour.
From Haverfordwest, Talk of the Devil.
A witty name and a witty frame.
Okay.
Sculpted out of fiberglass, Talk of the Devil weighs in at 57.9 kilos and powered by a 12-volt electric motor.
From Worcester, Reality.
This looks like an alien UFO, complete with coloured flashing lights and a siren. It's powered by 6 90-watt motors and has hardened steel spikes.
From Morden, Full Metal Anorak.
And the final competitor, wedge-shaped, comes equipped with that garish grin and a tyre-cutting blade. Only 28.5 kilos, but at 12 miles an hour could be the fastest here tonight, Jeremy.
Full Metal is my pick, guys. It looks like a Stingray right there, so it's probably the cooler one. These are some of the more unique shapes here, but I don't know. These robots don't look like they can hang, guys. Let's back up just a little bit here, and let's go.
12 miles an hour could be the fastest here tonight, Jeremy.
A motley collection there. Some of them have weapons so secret they're still at home on the kitchen table. Still, let's find out how they get on in the first event.
Corny.
As ever, the first event is the gauntlet, the most fearsome fighting terrain known to man or robot. It's been cunningly designed so that there are any number of ways to get through, but there are also lots of hidden surprises for unsuspecting robots, like these corkscrew lances, and they may not survive if they stumble in the path of any one of our 3, yes, 3 house robots defending the cause tonight. They are Matilda, Sergeant Bash, and Dead Metal. In fact, you'll probably get a good mangling from them. Now, survival is everything. The worst performer is out straight away, and no one wants to face that disappointment so early on, so let the sparks fly.
Right, the gauntlet. Let's get on with it. Our first roboteer.
Roboteers, stand by.
First to take on the gauntlet with Full Metal Anorak, Paul Baxter, who loves to go pro kart racing.
Meets Full Metal Anorak. My name's Paul Baxter, Team Anorexia. Its main feature is this tyre cutting blade for anybody silly enough to come along with soft tyres.
3, 2, 1, activate.
So Paul Baxter gets us off and underway with Full Metal Anorak, and he's chosen the maze as opposed to the central ramp and the other avenue, which takes on the house robots. Robots like Shunt and Sergeant Bash and Matilda. You just caught a glimpse of her in the top of the picture. We'll see her again later on. Paul Baxter hopes he won't see too much of her. Looks like a stealth bomber with teeth. Taking on the landmines. Now, they're not real landmines. Good burst of pace! Over the spikes and through! Good drive by Paul Baxter!
Nice.
See? Why didn't you go that way?
They look a bit dangerous. Would you run that way?
Well, I don't know. What's it made out of?
Aluminium and mild steel.
Well, it would have been all right. You're a wetty. You're a wetty. Officially a wetty, but well done. Yes.
He says he wants to drive a Formula 1 car. He's driven into pole position with full metal anorak.
Roboteers, stand by.
Talk of the devil with Adam Pengilly and Lee Chenery. They want to go to America and compete in Robot Wars there.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
The turntable rotates, and talk of the devil coming out backwards, reversing out to save precious seconds.
And this is our robot, Talk of the Devil. On the front here, got a rotating cutting disc connected up to a starter motor.
Want that for some rear defence. Hopefully cut something in there.
Good weapons, but it looks like some rusty old pig out there. And immediately Sergeant Bash making it feel hot, hot, hot. Adam Pengilly is trying to control it away. There's no pace, no direction. Don't get on that grid. This is hot stuff. And he's on the grid. I don't think it's going to get out. To is human. To grr is robot.
Deactivate robot.
Yo, that one came out, back that ass up. That's actually a cool, pretty weapon in the back and the front, but it's definitely the ugliest looking in the front, though.
I hope that thing's made out of asbestos.
Good, wasn't it?
Were you planning on going that way?
No.
And what's it feel like going up against that thing then?
It's a wimp. It's a wimp.
It's a wimp, but it took you out. Anyway, well done. You got, 6 or 8 feet there.
I'm out.
Talk of the devil, 4.92 meters, and I think that'll be beaten.
Roboteers, stand by.
Body hammer with driver Robin Herrick, Andrew Dayton Lovett and Stu Jones back in the pits, the Cold Fusion team.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Now, I think Robin Herrick and his team of nuclear engineers are going to be difficult to beat with body hammer. The conical shape will make it awkward to knock out.
Yeah.
It's powered by 4 power tool motors. It's got a hardened outer shell. It's got that hammer, but it needs to get through the maze first.
We're Team Cold Fusion, and this is our robot, Body Hammer.
Can it get past the drills? It's being very, very careful with this. Nowhere near its top speed of 9 miles an hour. Through the 2 grids. Up come the spikes. Avoiding them with a quick turn. Can he get off that grid? I don't think he's stuck. That's good driving. And body hammer through.
Nice job, nice job.
I can hardly believe it.
Neither can I. It's a bit of touch and go at the end there.
Well, that was impressive. That was very, very impressive. Well done.
Body hammer completing the course in 2nd place behind Full Metal Anorak.
Roboteers, stand by.
Team Warthog made up by 2 brothers and a friend, the Brown Boys, and Tom Anthony back in the pits.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Oliver Brown driving, Nick Brown his brother, looking on. They're slow to get out at the turntable. Oh dear, and that's immediately stuck on that fence and dented.
This is Warthog. It's a middleweight robot, designed for speed and agility, and it uses its bodywork as its weaponry.
But Oliver, I don't think speed of Concorde's going to help you here.
Stop and deactivate robots.
Dude, this is the worst starter ever in any of these robots. So this thing is trash.
So how many months' work was that?
I don't want to talk to you.
I reckon about 2 months to go 2 yards.
No comment.
You don't look desperately happy.
It's because I'm not.
Oh shit, man.
Right. Well, on that note, we'll get back to the game.
And I was wrong. Talk of the Devil's performance is good enough. Warthog are worried.
What's your policy going to be for this first round?
To keep out of trouble. We're just defensive.
There is no other robot like this one, is there? Good luck, guys. I wish you all the best.
Good luck, man.
How can you be defensive with a giant Brussels sprout?
Roboteers, stand by.
The Psycho Sprout father and son team, Dad Chris Marsden letting 16-year-old Toby drive.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Won't you roll away the stone? Here it comes. It's out. The sphere controlled by a team that calls itself the Boy Sprouts. Now, a rolling stone gathers no moss. A rolling sprout gathers a Sergeant Bash. Impaled, and I wonder how on earth it's going to get out of that.
Jesus.
Meet Psycho Sprite. Inside Psycho Sprite is a proprietary chassis with some of the components upgraded. The idea is that as this runs inside the chassis, the truck actually climbs up the inside of the wall, and as the centre of gravity is far over to one side, the whole sprite actually rolls along.
That's telling us, young Toby, one of his hobbies is to grow carnivorous plants. He's certainly going to have to eat up some ground here to get away from Sergeant Bash. And that's Circular Saw and the flamethrower and the spike. And I think Sergeant Bash is helping him along here, and I think he's helped him far enough.
Stop and deactivate robot.
Well now, Toby, that was, basically you tried to reinvent the wheel, which I'm not so sure was such a bad idea in the first place.
Yes, well, won't be trying that design again anyway.
Thanks very much.
That was weak.
Psycho Sprouts in third place with 9 meters. Warthog now very nervous.
Toby, what happened? It works now.
I know, it just at the wrong moment it starts to work again. I think there's probably a bit of interference by the TV cameras as well. That probably didn't help. But...
You can't blame you cannot blame the telly for your lack of technology.
Well, it's worth a try.
Now you're all scientists, guys, but can science help you against the house robots?
Most definitely. Science and design will always overcome brute power and ignorance.
So prove it. Which route are you going to take in the gauntlet?
Well, actually, in the first round, I think we'll take the middle route. We want to be gentle on the house robots to start with.
In fact, you're going to avoid them altogether. You are
We're
aware
just
of the
gonna be-
pendulum, though, aren't you?
We are indeed aware of the pendulum, but that, again, will just bounce off us.
Okay, off you go then.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Roboteers, stand by.
Driver Richard Finch, Craig Williams and Tim Calladay are all big sci-fi fans.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Reality looks like a UFO taking on the ramp. As we first thought, there's a little alien in that cockpit. Can you see it?
This is our robot. It's called Reality. It stands for Reverse Engineered Alien Technology.
There he is. E.T. He ain't, but they're through the ramp. Out comes the drill. Slow speed on Reality, only 9 miles an hour, but a 25-degree maximum climb, powered by those 6 90-watt motors. The smoke won't hurt it. It's whether or not it can get up and over this ramp. Already done enough to go through.
Nice.
And it beat the course. And that pendulum, they're aware of it. They've timed it, and they are through.
Well done, lads. Well done.
Guys! If I could deduct points for smugness, I would. How did that feel?
Fantastic. We were very worried and very concerned that it was going to hold together, but very relieved now. Yeah.
Well done. An impressive demonstration.
Seemed a little bit nervy there, but he is through. And Warthog go out at this stage.
Deuces.
That's the end of the first event. Let's see how our teams are doing. This is Reality looking very smug. Hardly any adjustments to make there because they did very well. Toby, are you doing all right? Keep...
Almost ready for the next part, yes?
Good, keep up the good work. And then here, talk of the devil. Excuse me, what are these dents? It's still feeling a bit warm as well after Sergeant Bash.
It's still warm on top after the flamethrower, yeah. Sergeant Bash got hold of us and then went to town on us with toast now, so we've got to try and get this patched up before we get some fiberglass in there before the next round.
How are you feeling about the next round? Do you think you can do it?
Lucky to be there, so we're going to give it our best shot in there, so.
Good for you, good luck.
That one looked like a toasted marshmallow right now.
Toby, you want to be a botanist. Is this giant sprout your first step towards botany?
I don't know about botany, but it's my first step towards genetic engineering, I reckon.
Well, good luck. They're calling for you in the arena, so are you ready to go?
In this week's trial, our 5 surviving robots have to take on a steel maze called the Labyrinth. Now, there are lots of different routes through it, so only a complete idiot would ever end up going down a dead end. What makes it particularly difficult is that all the time you're being attacked, not only by your fellow competitors, but by the superheated halitosis of Sergeant Bash. Quite. Then there's Shunt, who is a psychopath, and Matilda, who is always in a bad mood. But then wouldn't you be if you had a chainsaw sticking out of your bottom? As usual, the last one to reach the end zone, or the one that covers the least distance, will be killed and eaten.
Roboteers, stand by.
Kind of stupid. So you did one trial, and now you're basically doing another maze-like trial. So kind of not smart decisions on this one.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
And immediately, the Roboteers face a sort of chicane. Too many robots, not enough entrance gates to the maze. Reality to the left, they're doing well, and Full Metal Anorak to the right. I just wonder about this outer shell of Reality. It looks to me as if it's made out of cold spaghetti. And Body Hammer is in there as well, doing its little bit. Has to avoid those deadly spikes. And has a clear run through the middle there, Body Hammer. I think this one could go all the way. Mind you, Shunt is waiting. And here's Sergeant Bash to take on Talk of the Devil.
Nice.
Full Metal Anorak getting in underneath Sergeant Bash. Is that wise? Is it really wise? But he's shot past him now. Nice. And that's good manoeuvring. Body Hammer's in the way. Oh, look at that. Psycho Sprouts back in the starting grid. Strange tactics indeed. Talk of the Devil. Talk of Full Metal Anorak. Around the edge, he's only got one more. Little bit of maze to do. And Full Metal Anorak is at the end of the maze and through. Yes. No wonder Paul Baxter is delighted. And look at this, he's fed up with waiting. I think he's trying to help out the others, I'm not too sure. Yes, he is. He's giving Matilda a shunt up the backside. Remember what's in that backside, Full Metal Anorak? A vicious saw. You don't want to get yourself hurt, not at this stage, with time ticking down on the rest.
Cease.
But it doesn't matter that it's all over, because Psycho Sprout has gone backwards.
Now then, that was a fine performance. Any problems?
Bit of wheel spin and boredom. I went and did a bit of damage with Matilda in the end.
Boredom? Well, that's one way of looking at it. I can't really finish this without having a word with you. 6 feet forwards and then 7 feet back.
Yeah, well, I got into that corner, and once the sprite had decided it wasn't going to let me...
You copped it up?
So, yeah, actually.
So there we are. Well done, everybody. Except you.
Commiserations to the Psycho Sprout team, their robot vegetating on the starting line and rolling out of the competition.
Now, Paul, you actually said in there to Jeremy that you'd got a bit bored at times.
I was amazed how quick I got through to the finish, and I looked back and noticed some of the guys in trouble, so I went back and had a second go.
Nice guy.
Stupid might be the word. I think I've blown the motor, but we'll see. We'll repair it and go again.
Do you really think you've blown the motor?
I saw smoke pouring out of the wheel guards, so there's something blown in there. It'll go again.
Okay, well, we'll catch up with you and find out.
Thanks.
See you later.
Everything just went against us. There just wasn't enough leeway, it didn't have a hope.
That's it then.
Yes, for this year. We'll be back next year. Got a bit of a major problem here.
What's your major problem? You did very well, didn't you?
The wheel has snapped off, and we've got to look at the gearbox, and we might have to send for a replacement shaft from the makers of the motor. They overheard us saying we were going to go for Matilda, and that's what we did, but unfortunately they got there first.
I keep advising people not to combat directly with our house robots.
We've got to
Does anyone ever listen to me? Nope, no one ever listens to a thing I say.
Okay, so we move on now to the semi-finals, which will be presided over by the usual panel of judges. Now, they're going to be looking for damage, control, style, and aggression, but we hope they won't be needed. We hope that the Roboteers will get out there and smash their opponents into pieces so small that they'll actually be classified as dust.
I have some important news for you. I want to tell you who you're up against.
Go on. Who've we got?
Who would you hate?
Anybody as big as we are.
Who would you like?
Anybody very small with no armour.
Okay, you got Talk of the Devil.
That'll do.
You've seen this?
Put the plaster on there, so.
but we patched him up there, so I mean...
How do you feel about Body Hammer?
Well, I'd rather one of the other smaller ones, right? But they're all as good as each other, and if we're going to go out, we'd rather go up to one of the better robots.
Good luck!
Don't dismantle it again.
Body Hammer! Where's your hammer?
Well, we had a small problem.
Yeah.
What did you change it for, then?
The weapons pod is an hour disruptor instead.
Okay. I hope it works.
Well, they've been my tips throughout, but I wonder if that'll make a difference for this semi-final.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Well, even though it lacks weaponry, Body Hammer will still be the quicker. Talk of the Devil, driven by Adam Pengilly, slow off the mark and difficult to manoeuvre. And if there is no damage done, the judges will look for control and style. For that, of course, damage and aggression, very, very valuable. And the plaster protection already punctured. And there's the power of those 4 motors within that copper-coloured Body Hammer coating.
Yeah.
And Talk of the Devil is now open to the mercy or the devilry of Dead Metal with those awful pincers, and I think they realise they're in major trouble. Body Hammer seems to be doing a victory jig. Look at that, they pulled it out of trouble and put it back in the arena. You're not supposed to do that, house robots. Talk of the Devil, one last stab at it. In goes Body Hammer again, crushing blow. Talk of the Devil looks like a pig, now a stuck pig. Immobile, and Body Hammer doing the damage and closing in for the kill.
Cease.
I might have underestimated Body Hammer pretty good.
Well, now we must have a chat about that. First of all, congratulations. Second, you were aiming for its back where its cutting blade was.
I was aiming for the side. I need a bit more practice.
You do not need more practice. That was a masterful display, and then I loved taking on Dead Metal there. That was brave call.
We've got to try out our capabilities, see what we can do.
I think it was brilliant, because I love the speed, I love the manoeuvrability, and I love your aggression. You're through. Thanks very much.
Yes, indeed. Let's take one final look at Body Hammer, giving Talk of the Devil a very heavy body blow.
Guys, you barely sustained a scratch on your beautiful finish.
Little bit of a bend.
Here and there. Played it safe, played it cool.
Well done. It's a stunning fight. Are you going to put the hammer back in for the final?
Oh, we haven't made our mind up yet. Probably.
You better hurry up. Haven't got long. You sustained some damage.
Still in one piece, this is a testament to the...
Look at the side of this. That was Dead Metal.
Yeah.
That did that. Was it a bit of Duff engineering?
No. No. Never. No. I don't do Duff engineering.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Now, right at the start of the programme, Paul Baxter, driver of Full Metal Anorak there at the top of your picture, said watch out for his blade at the front of his stealth bomber. Reality team, concentrated. Wonder how long that UFO framework will hold out, though. Just checking each other out at the moment, and in comes the sergeant. And that bodywork did resist the circular saw. Looks okay to me. And then, there are the spikes. I'd say at this moment in time, Reality just pleasing the judges more than Full Metal Anorak. Their decision is final, not mine. If it goes the distance. Certainly that blade, not operational at the moment for Paul Baxter with Full Metal Anorak. He can't manoeuvre himself into position to have a go at Reality, who would be on top for me because of their control, style and aggression. No real damage caused. Oh, just missed out on the grid there. Now, is Paul Baxter using excessive evasion, trying to dodge Reality, coming in with the spikes? Is he running away too much? In other words, because the judges don't like it, is he a little yellow-bellied Full Metal Anorak? In he goes, though. Oh, but he's gone the wrong way, he's on the grid, and that'll be it. Reality will be through, because he won't get off there.
Cease.
It's victory for Richard Finch, Craig Williams and Tim Calladine. And Paul Baxter is out, and he knows it.
For a very long time there, I thought it was going to be stalemate.
It was. He was running away quite rapidly, but we managed to skewer him a few times and just wear him down. It was fantastic.
Well, congratulations. You're through to the next round with the noisiest machine of the lot.
That sounds almost like a demented mechanised cricket to me.
Hey. Hey.
They had a superior design, I'm afraid, and just wore me down. That's the way life is.
It was close, though.
It was closer than I thought it would be. I thought they'd trounce me straight away, but we got a couple of minutes out of it, which is good. Good fun, good laugh.
What damage?
Just a bit of body work. Nothing a big hammer won't put right.
It was a close run thing, that, wasn't it?
It was. We were worried at one time when we went up and then the spikes came up from underneath. We thought we were going to be really damaged by that, but it looks like we've come out pretty unscathed.
Toasted flag.
A toasted flag. Is that Sergeant Bash's fault?
Right.
It's a great show, thank you.
Okay.
It's almost unbelievable, but tonight's final is between the Chirping Monkeys Breakfast from Gloucester. Worcester, you're from Gloucester, aren't you? With the coal scuttle, are you ready?
Yep, that's right.
You ready?
We're ready.
Go on then, get in your booths and let's have some fighting.
Roboteers, stand by. Three, two, one, activate.
So, which will become our 5th robot through to the grand final by winning here now? The boys from Bodyhammer or the reality team? Bodyhammer, again, quick off the mark, speedy on the turn, away from the house robots. Reality tries to stab with the prongs. Matilda in on Bodyhammer. Bodyhammer spinning away from Matilda, who looks even more ugly tonight, and thrusting Reality against that spike. Turning nimbly away from Matilda, who does have Reality. She looks grumpy. I think she's suffering from PMT, pre-mechanical tension, of course. Tries to get back off the Bodyhammer, and Bodyhammer's on the grill. Come on, the Reality boys, get in there, that's what they're saying. Matilda's already there, Bodyhammer on the grill. All the torch though for the Reality team. In it comes with the prongs. No, you don't take on shunt, you take on Bodyhammer. Bodyhammer's off that grill, given a little bit of a shunt of assistance, in a bit of a tears, get away from the spikes. Now turning again, where's Reality? Too dangerously near the side ropes. If it goes over those ropes, it'll be out. Bodyhammer will have won it, so get out of there, boys. Bodyhammer turns away then from the sergeant in the background. Shunt there on the grill has immobilised itself. Up on the side, it's all over for the Reality boys. And Bodyhammer will be the winners.
Nice. He got bailed out.
Tonight's winner is Bodyhammer. Come on up, guys, come on up, you're through. Huge congratulations, well done. You look like you weren't expecting that.
We weren't sure.
Because I think the problem was their wheel came off. I mean, that's it, they did sustain damage, and yours is still fine, yeah?
It's still driving.
You're happy?
Yeah, I'm happy.
That's what I like to hear, because you're through to the grand final. We're back next week. See you then.
More robot wars are waged in just a second.
It was a bit dodgy at one point.
It was close, wasn't it? Very close. Bad driving. We were still moving, look. We should have won that. They were twice our weight.
We'll be back.
Damn. Yo, they Bodyhammer got bailed out big time on this one. 100% got, because they were doing really good, right? Got a little cocky. And then you know, the other one got in there, the UFO like one. Actually, you know, the 3 ones that were actually pretty okay was Bodyhammer. I like the Anorak one, and then the ET. I'm gonna call it the ET one. The ET one was pretty cool because I underestimated the 2 little spikes in the front. You know, for the stabbing action, it was actually pretty good. But that one looked like it could have went either way, and Bodyhammer was doing good. Then it felt like it got a little cocky. with its maneuverability on it, and got in a pinch that if it wasn't getting pushed out, the other guys would have won, because I think they were doing more damage. But Body Hammer's shape was actually pretty cool. But boys, let's be honest about this. 2 trials? What the hell were they thinking on that? 2 trials back to back? Listen, 1 trial is enough for me personally, and that's pushing it. So you having a second one that's not, you got all these rails, and like, man, we already seen that. So I think this one was definitely the weakest episode. Some of the bots were just straight up whack. That Brussels sprout bot was whack. The Warthog one was whack. Yes, we need, different shapes and stuff like that, but you almost is like, damn, man. I think the Body Hammer's shape actually worked out pretty well. The UFO one eventually, had that one had sound effects on it, a little alien guy on it. So, overall, those 2 were probably like the more solid ones. I'm sad that Anorak didn't make it. It was fast, but it didn't really, when I looked up, once the guy explained his weaponry in the front, the little thing there, like to take out the wheels. I mean, you're not going to get Brussels sprouts wheels because, it's pretty much a circle. That was probably the worst robot design. No offense. Yes, I can't make a, design, but there is no way in hell if I would do something like that on a show that you need to have battling going on there, because you got literally no real defense. So, you're just going to be running away, rolling out. So it kind of like has to be the wackest episode by a mile, just because there's 2 trials. I didn't like that. But once they get to the battle portion, that's what at least helps make the show enjoyable. So now I know in the comments, a couple of you guys mentioned eventually we'll get out of all this trial bullshit. That's what I'm waiting for. But I still want to give the show its justice by watching every single episode, because I might miss out on a good robot that advances. So I don't want to miss that portion. So, the chick always makes it well worthwhile to watch. Jeremy Clarkson had some dumb lines. He was asking the kid, "Are you mad?" No shit, he's mad. The guy didn't, Warthog literally went like 2 steps. And you could see it in his face. It was just like, poking the guy more. The kid didn't really want to say nothing. So, like he said, like kind of dumb things. I can see why, like as a host, no, just not as good. Like, we've seen a couple episodes of Top Gear, and that's where he shines in brightly. But on this show, it just feels very off with him on it. It's like you could tell that he loves cars when we watch Top Gear, but here it's just like, it almost feels like he's so out of his element that he makes it a little bit more dry. And that's no disrespect, I'm not trying to diss on him too much, but I could see why there's going to be a change in the host, and we'll look forward to that, because the girl, she gives that excitement. She seems very enthusiastic with it. So when I know she said that nobody listens to her, but when she talks, I do listen, because I feel like she just, she got more concern for the guys or girls doing the robots, and she's just more passionate about it. So, with him on the show, he's like, he has his moments when I'm like, damn, man, a little corny, man. So I could be the only guy thinking that. If I'm wrong, it is what it is. Just my solid my honest opinion with it. Definitely we'll check out the next episode. We definitely inching way trying to get to the juicier bits, because that's what I'm really excited for. With a show like Robot Wars, you want them to be battling constantly. That's what I want. I want nonstop battles, because for a guy to make a robot, goes through the stupid trial, doesn't even get to show what he's doing because he just got stuck. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Warthog could have been really good in the battling portion. I don't think the Sprout one would have been good in the battling portion, but I think Warthog's shape looked cool, but it kind of just got stuck and got a bad end of it. So, unfortunate for them. Hopefully they'll be back maybe in future seasons, redefine, re-edit some of their designs and stuff like that. Sprout needs a whole new ball game on that thing, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. More to come. Thanks so much for watching. And if you enjoyed it, leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and we'll check it out, guys. Thanks so much. Peace.